Over the past 10 years, there's an increasing demand for non-surgical aesthetic procedures. Non-surgical aesthetic procedures means that procedures to make you look younger, make you look more youthful, make you look better without needing to undergo surgery or anything with a knife. Now, in this particular video, I'll be sharing you the top 5 non-surgical aesthetic procedures according to realself.com. However, before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not mind just smashing the subscribe button, it helps the YouTube algorithm tremendously. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Inky, your digital skin doctor, and in the previous life, I was actually an aesthetic dermatologist, means that I deal a lot with beauty and with skin. And what I've noticed is the past 10 years, I've noticed an increase in demand for non-surgical aesthetic procedures. And when you talk about non-surgical aesthetic procedures, there is literally tens to hundreds of aesthetic procedures. And many a time, a lot of consumers are confused what kind of procedures are safe and what kind of procedures are right for them. Now, in this particular video, I'll be sharing you top 5 non-surgical aesthetic procedures according to a website called realself.com. Now, realself.com is actually a website whereby users like yourself can go to the website and look for aesthetic procedures, surgical procedures, have a look at the information on procedures, and even find doctors on board. And we actually look through the entire category of realself.com and find all the aesthetic procedures, and we have segmented it or filtered it, because a lot of these procedures sometimes have no reviews at all. So what we've done is we have taken any procedure or any aesthetic procedure with more than 100 reviews. That means that more than 100 people have posted on realself.com regarding these particular procedures. And here are the top 5 ones according to the website. Number 1, Botox injections. Now, rated 96% by more than 10,000 reviews, Botox is the one procedure that kickstarted the entire aesthetic industry. Now, fun fact, did you know that way before Botox was registered as a wrinkle buster, it was actually a medication used by eye doctors, injected into the muscle to prevent eye twitching? However, they discovered that, hey, since it can reduce eye twitching, why don't we apply it to the muscles to reduce or to paralyze the muscles, and hence an entire industry, multi-billion-dollar industry is born. Now, Botox is actually a trade name or a brand name for something called botulinum toxin A, or BTA for short. It is a particular toxin or a particular protein taken from a bacteria, and when applied or injected into the skin, it paralyzes the muscles. And once the muscles are paralyzed, that's when you see a reduction in wrinkles or in movements. Now, FDA, which is Food and Drug Agency in America, have cleared Botox to be injected into the crow's feet and into the wrinkles on the forehead. And trust me, it works really well with almost no side effects. But do you know that Botox can also be injected to any part of the face? Now, a lot of times, Botox is also injected into the frown lines in the middle of your forehead and even used at the jawline. When injected deep into the masseter muscle on your jaw, it can actually slim down the face, giving you that nice V-shaped look. And this particular V-shaped look is actually highly prized by Asians. Another reason why Botox is such a popular procedure, because it's a really fairly quick procedure, taking no more than just a couple of minutes. And during injection, there's almost no discomfort, maybe just a slight tinge of pain, and the pain generally disappears a couple of seconds after the injection is done. No swelling, no downtime, nothing whatsoever after the injection, and you can see results as quickly as 1 to 2 weeks. And more often than not, Botox lasts anywhere between 4 to 6 months. And after 6 months, of course, if it's up to you, if you want, you can re-top up your Botox and do it all over again. However, one of the downside of injecting BTA or Botox is that if the BTA is done in the hands of an inexperienced injector, the Botox can then travel to unwanted areas, causing unwanted complications for at least 4 to 6 months. But don't worry, it is 100% reversible, means that after 4 to 6 months, all the effects of Botox will then disappear. Now, the second highly rated non-surgical aesthetic procedure is Juvederm injection. It has a 90% rating for more than 4,000 reviews. Now, Juvederm is a form of hyaluronic acid filler. Now, produced by the same company that manufactures Botox. The hyaluronic acid compound, once injected into the skin or into the face, draws in water, clumps up, and then lifts the skin. Now, this particular sort of lifting can be done in very small areas whereby you want to fill up some of the depressed areas, or it can even be done on the entire face for a full face rejuvenation. And the fact that most fillers like Juvederm comes in different strengths and different molecular size means that it can be injected in different layers of your face. It can be injected to the superficial layer of the skin to provide hydration, or injected all the way at the bottom below the muscle to provide lifting. And the reason why Juvederm is loved by so many people is because you can actually see results pretty quickly. Most of the time, you see results within 3 to 5 days. And the fact that all you need is a very simple anesthetic cream over the injectable area, clean it nicely with an alcohol swab, and then hence the needle goes in. And even now, these days, there is another safer technique whereby they use a blunt tip cannula, which is it looks like a needle, except it's not sharp. And this particular cannula can actually maneuver under the skin, avoiding all those sensitive and those dangerous areas with nerves and blood vessels, giving you good results minus the downtime. Now, when done properly, fillers can actually give you an instant lift with no bruising or no pain after the entire procedure is done. Now, there are many kinds of fillers in the market. Juvederm is one of them, and there are many strengths. And a lot of times, you do have to be careful who is your injector. Choosing an experienced injector who knows what product they're using, who understands your facial anatomy, is important to produce the best results and also to minimize risks and complications. So what are the risks and complications that I'm actually talking about? Now, short-term immediate risks is there is a chance if all this particular hyaluronic acid gets into unwanted areas like into the eyes, into some of the blood vessels, it can cause something called ischemia, or a reduction of oxygen flow to that particular area, causing that area to necrose and die off. And in some instances, it can even travel into the eye and cause permanent blindness. And this sort of risks and complications even happens to some of the more experienced injectors. But do not worry, there is actually a way to reverse hyaluronic acid. Unlike Botox, whereby you need to wait 4 to 6 months for a complete reversal, there is something called hyaluronidase. When injected into a particular area filled with HA, it basically breaks down the HA molecule into water. So the water is then absorbed by your skin and then discarded. So the reason why I'm telling all this is because there's always risk involved with any sort of aesthetic procedure. The third highest rated non-surgical aesthetic procedure, laser resurfacing, is rated with a 86% thumbs up with more than 1,100 reviews. Now, laser resurfacing is the use of laser technology to remove unwanted skin and at the same time to rejuvenate and produce more collagen under the skin. Generally, laser resurfacing uses something we call ablative lasers. That means the laser that will damage the top layer and the bottom layer of your skin. The reason why you want to do this is because when you remove some of the top layer of the skin, it's much easier for the laser to penetrate to the bottom layer of the skin, hitting where you want the results to be, which is the dermis layer. The dermis layer contains a lot of collagen, a lot of elastic fibers, and when the heat from the laser goes into the dermis layer, it then makes your skin create more natural collagen on its own. And over time, the top layer, which is the epidermal layer, does grow back. There are many types of ablative lasers. There's things like CO2 lasers or carbon dioxide lasers. There's also erbium lasers. And sometimes there's even a combination of different lasers to create that ablative effect. Now, what are the complications or the risks? So how are these lasers actually done? After washing your skin and removing whatever sebum and impurities from your skin, a layer of anesthetic cream is applied on the skin. Now, the anesthetic cream does not numb your face 100%, but it makes the laser more comfortable because it does feel a little bit hot when you're doing the lasers. Now, the laser treatment can go anywhere between 15 minutes up to 1 hour. And after that, most of the time, you apply either a cooling gel or some sort of a cooling fan is being blown on the skin to calm down and to decrease the heat on the skin. Now, ablative lasers or laser resurfacing does have some downtime. Because it has ablated or removed part of the epidermal layer, do expect downtime anywhere between 5 days to 10 days. Expect any sort of redness and even small spots on your skin for the next 1 to 1.5 weeks. However, after that 5 to 10 days is up, most of the time when you touch the skin, you feel this nice, soft, supple skin. And the collagen growth under the skin would then continue for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I highly recommend laser resurfacing for anyone with aging spots, wrinkles, or even old acne scars. So make sure you find yourself a good laser technician or a good aesthetic doctor to perform the lasers on. Hey guys, before I continue, let me know in the comments below which aesthetic procedures that you have done for yourself. Now, the fourth most popular, in-demand non-surgical aesthetic procedure are chemical peels. Based on a rating of more than 600 reviews, is rated at 90%. Now, chemical peels is the OG or the original gangster of aesthetic procedures. It's been done for thousands of years. People in the past have bathed in milk, used citrus or honey on their skin, and all of this are actually chemical peels. Now, what is a chemical peel? It is a procedure whereby you are applied a layer of solution on the skin, or what we call chemicals, in order to remove the top layer of the skin and to trigger some sort of repair on the skin. Imagine it as a controlled destruction of your skin. Now, depending on what sort of chemicals or what sort of contents they actually apply on your skin, you get different sort of results. A quick example, if you're doing something like a glycolic peel, it's meant to reduce hyperpigmentation, helps smoothen out your skin's texture, and even helps with fine lines and wrinkles. If you have acne-prone skin and you want to get into those pores which are clogged up with sebum, salicylic acid peel works great for you. And if you have very deep acne scars, look for something like a TCA peel, which is trichloroacetic acid, or a phenol peel. But do be careful because all these chemical peels, like the previous procedures, all come with its own risks and complications. Now, depending on what kind of peels they are, the risk could be a little bit of redness of the skin after procedure, and if not done properly, there might even be chemical burns on the skin, which can cause PIH, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which can last sometimes for months or to years. And we talk about phenol peel, which is actually the strongest peel in the market. And if you have a weak heart, do not do phenol peel because there is risk of cardiac events or heart attacks for people doing phenol peels. And the fact that darker skin types burn easily when they use stronger chemical peels, that means that an experienced doctor is needed to assess your skin and to figure out which chemical peel is right for your skin. And more often than not, if you are of a dark skin type, I would highly suggest to use a weaker form of chemical peel. You might require more sessions, however, you run the lower risk of chemical burns or PIH after your treatment. And the fifth most popular non-surgical aesthetic procedure is IPL. IPL stands for Intense Pulse Light, and on realself.com is ranked at 84% with almost close to 1,000 reviews. Now, IPL is not a laser. You imagine IPL as a very strong torchlight. And when that torchlight is shined on the skin, it creates collagen. That the heat from the torchlight or this part of IPL creates collagen. So it's great for anti-aging to reduce wrinkles and as well as improve the overall texture and the look of your skin. A lot of times it's used for patients with rosacea, with spider veins on their face, or even people with solar or skin damage. And IPLs are also used for hair removals. Actually, they're very commonly used in most parts of the world for hair removals. Now, the good thing about IPL is because it's not a very intense sort of procedure, the risk of complications are actually really low. Most of the time, it's just a little bit of discomfort on the skin. You feel a little bit warm on your skin if the IPL is done too strongly. And of course, in some cases, there will be some sort of thermal burns or a bit redness on the skin, which can be cooled down with just aloe vera or a little bit of ice packs. Alright guys, there you have it. Top 5 non-surgical aesthetic procedures as ranked by realself.com. I actually do all 5 procedures, and all 5 procedures are actually really popular at my practice, and I'm sure a lot of dermatologists practice as well. Let me know in the comments below which of these 5 procedures that you have done before or you are actually planning to do. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and forward these videos to your family and friends, especially those who are looking to start on their first step into non-surgical aesthetic procedures. Now that's it from me, I'm Dr. Inky. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay informed. Are you tired of wasting time and money on your skin, but nothing works? We are here to help. Skynfyx is a platform that provides personal care education completely free. Skynfyx is run by skin doctors and skincare experts. You can chat and consult with our skin doctors without ever leaving your home. Other than free advice, Skynfyx also provides tailor-made solutions for your skin problem with customized medical-grade skincare delivered right to your doorstep. Skynfyx, your digital skin doctor.